Controversial accident and personal injury lawyer Michael Ehline announced on Saturday that jailed YouTuber Lane Myers had missed his scheduled phone call with Ehline Friday night and expressed fears that Myers had been transferred to the hole at the Pima County, Arizona Adult Correctional Facility. Myers is currently being held without bond on multiple felony and misdemeanor charges in relation to his alleged harassment of the wife of a Tucson city prosecutor. Myers recently had a plea deal where he would plead guilty to 2 of the charges in exchange for a lighter sentence and the possibility of freedom this year, denied when he accepted the deal but would not express guilt for his actions. Ehline expressed fear for Myers' safety, stating that he was having flashbacks to when Jose Chili de Castro was locked up in the hole at Clark County, Nevada Detention Center last year and would be unavailable to take his calls. Critics pointed out that by de Castro's own admission, even when he was held in a segregated area of the detention center, he still was allowed to make daily phone calls. The recent release of de Castro's phone activity while in the detention center backs this, as de Castro was able to make calls nearly every day when he was housed in the center. Ehline called Myers a hero and said that he needed help from his viewers to get in contact with the traditional press to carry Myers' case. He said that he was backing an alliance of auditors put together by John Felix and hoped to show that his alliance's ability to expose a story to millions of captive users would entice reporters into covering Myers' plight. He said that, as an attorney, having the press on your side made a big difference and can help the person represented. He said that a criminal such as George Floyd, who was engaged in criminal activity and high on fentanyl at the time of his death, sparking a national movement, was an example of how the press can pick and choose causes to promote on a national scale. Ehline envisioned having a few local reporters pick up Myers' story, which would spark the national media to pick up the story, which would then inspire national lawyers to take on the case pro bono, as there was no money to be made from being associated with the case. He said that the Myers case would be a case study and would grow like wildfire when more people became aware of Myers' illegal detention by Pima County. As part of his recent actions, Ehline said that he had been in contact with a man named Doug at the Foundation for Individual Rights and was hoping they'd file a civil rights lawsuit on Myers' behalf against the Pima County government. The Foundation for Individual Rights recently helped blogger Rebecca Massey file a lawsuit against the city of Surprise, Arizona, after she was arrested at a city council meeting earlier in the year. Ehline hoped that they would use the Massey case as a template in order to help Myers. The attorney classified Myers as a freedom fighter and stood up for First Amendment rights. Critics noted that Myers' activities essentially would assure all Americans the ability to freely harass and threaten public employees in the course of their duties, and call on followers to join in the targeted harassment. Ehline also called on his followers to target those who were prosecuting Myers with recall elections and negative press. He claimed that the shadowy figures who controlled them would be more inclined to remove them from their positions and replace them, even if the recalls were ineffective. He later turned his attention to his fitness regime, as he was out on a walk during the live stream. The attorney said that he believed that being fat was an affront to God, as man was defiling the temple God provided him to live in. Describing his problems with his sciatica, he said that he had recently been bedridden and was now working to recover from side effects from the condition. Ehline assured his fans that he lived a samurai life, and he believed that he was sent by his creator to help those who were scorned by the system. Ehline promised that he would check in with Mark, the reluctant prophet Kelly, and Josh, this is a public service gray, for updates on Lane Myers' status in jail before ending the live stream.